pig in red cabbage. Oh, for God's sake, do you know they're always mithering? Not that I endorse things. Heinz, made in Wigan. No, you see, the thing is, now this week, this is what's happened this week. You might have thought I'm not doing any more of these night school classes. Well, you'd be wrong, I am. I'm still doing the weaving, you know, with the loom. I've got my own loom now. But I've had to drop self-defence on account of the fact that WPC Smiley said that the injuries Esme Glover sustained during the class wouldn't have been as bad if she chucked herself off Beachy Head. So there was I, Monday morning, back at Magistrates Court for assault. £50 fine, thank you very much, so I've dropped that. I went round to hers, you know, magistrate, lives in Standish, posh bitch. I went round and I shat on a car window, made sure I had the Vindaloo first. Mitchell took me up on tripods, moped. He videoed it, he was laughing his head off him when he watched me dropping my knickers on top of her car. Anyway, shat all down a window, threw a nice brick through a gazebo as well, I thought, that's it. Then, would you believe it, I managed to get home and, oh no, I'm sorry, I'm doing the classes, I'm saying about the classes. So I've carried on weaving and that's the only thing I'm doing now. And I've got my own loom, which is quite good, because I've not got the blind woman next to me with terrible body odour. Now I've got my own loom, I'm doing all my weaving. I'm actually making, it's going to be like a bedspread, I think, weaving it. So I'm going to weave this bedspread. I think I'll put a picture of Hillary Clinton on it, you know, keep dog off the bed. That's what I'm thinking of doing. I told Johnny Pollitt when she asked me what I was doing, I said, I'm doing knitting classes, I'm going to knit a car out to spaghetti. She laughed her head off. She didn't laugh when I passed her. Anyway, we got home from the classes, didn't I? I've been to this temper management I've got to go to now because of this Esme Glover business. And I got back and raging headache, you know, went straight in the back. Well, I didn't know that the digibox had come from Sky, you know. Mitchell arranged it from Cash Converters. Should have been quite a bit, but he only paid £2.30 for it, could have put it in an airdryer box. Anyway, I went to the kitchen, took my hand and I came out and I looked at the TV and I thought I'd dropped acid. I couldn't believe it. Ken and Deirdre with long hair, still divorced, and Ivy Brennan with lips that look normal. I thought, what the hell's this? I've got a flashback, and then I realised it's a new digibox that we've got. So I can now watch programmes that I watched years ago and I hated years ago. Watch Family Fortunes. Some woman girl, oh, will you shut up with your car outside, you bastards. Oh, I'm sick of them coming up and down our street. Yeah, Family Fortunes, a family won a lovely holiday to Iraq. Yeah, I can tell you now, if our family went on that these days, we'd win the same pissing holiday, we would indeed. Oh, I know, I've got to tell you. Now, this is something that you won't be, well, you might have suspected, because I never did. But apparently, our Athena's boyfriend, Tripod, has been very, very friendly with Mitchell. Well, we've found out why. They're shagging. Can you believe it? That Tripod has had sex with 2 of my children. He could have had sex with me as well, if it weren't for the fact the electric bill had come and I had to go on the streets when I had the 10 minutes free. And I had to earn the money rather than sell it to him, you know, give it to him for free. I had to pig and sell it somewhere else, so... But apparently, what happened was, Athena, she was done. She was kicked out of school, wasn't she, for waxing a minge in physics. So she said she came home early, went straight upstairs and caught him, if you please, on my bed. On my bed. The 2 of them. Well, I mean, Tripod smelt of peculiar oil, so I should be able to know if he's been in there. Anyway, there was a big to-do and a hoo-ha, and they've had murders, they've been battering 7 sorts of shit out of each other. Can you believe that? Anyway, she came round to Aldi when she found out. She caught him, didn't she? Went running out, screaming out the house. Came round to Aldi looking for me, found me. And then started crying on my shoulder, telling me what had gone on. So, I mean, what can you do in that situation? So I told her. I said, tampons, you know, Tampax tampons, they've got them on, they bug off. Buy one, get one free, no strings attached. And cornflakes are on a special offer at 60p. That's all I could think of saying. Hang on, let me move you around a bit. You're looking a bit dark. That's better. That's all I could think of saying. Time, you know what I mean? So, and then she went round Aldi while I was trying to chop. And she went round Aldi telling everybody all men are bastards. And you know, there wasn't one person who didn't disagree with her, including the man who's on the small beef counter. He even looks sympathetic as well. So, that's what happened last week. Anyway, they decided to get back together, so they're back together now. Mitchell, not Mitchell rather, Athena and Tripod, they decided to get back together. That's what they're doing. They're going to have a total immersion rebirth at the Wigan Baptist Tabernacle, if you please. I've never heard nothing like it, but apparently this is what they're doing. Rebirth. She said to me, can you get me my wedding dress? I said, what? Should you a wedding dress? I said, my wedding dress? She said, yeah, it's upstairs in the attic. I went, yeah, no, it is. It's been in a cheese and onion crisp box for the best part of 22 years. She didn't know I never married a father. Well, I say father. He didn't know I'd slept with Village Idiot on night before. We're supposed to have got married and we never did. But the wedding dress is up there. So I said, I'll get it for you, love, because she wanted to be totally immersed. You know, at this church dumping ceremony where they dunk them under the water. Like a big pig in deck digestive biscuit. And she wanted to do it in my wedding dress. Well, I was a bit bigger those days. And Athena's not small, you know. Size 17 and a half, call it 18 for good luck. So I got my wedding dress down, 22. Managed to take it in for her. The thing is, it's faded. It was never really white. It was more like an off-puce. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, it's now gone grey with all the dust that's come out of it. So I mean, it's like battleship grey at the moment. So when she went for the rehearsal with the dress on, the priest looked at her and said, well, I don't know whether to immerse you or launch you, love. Because she's big in battleship grey, you see. So that's what they were doing. That's what they're doing, this total immersion thing. Then Mitchell, he was chatting with the ex-priest from St Mariah's of Hindley. Because he was chatting to, you know, he's been a friend of him for years. I think something might be going on, I don't know. I remember this priest, though, from St Mariah's. Johnny Pollitt's mother-in-law. Now, she used to be one of his flock. And I'll never forget Johnny telling me that she went to a confession and she cried her eyes out. She said to her, this priest, that in World War II, 1943, she took in a German Luftwaffe pilot and hid him in the attic. And she felt terrible about it. And he said, well, don't worry, you know, things went on in the war like that, and I'm sure you weren't malicious about it. It was very good to give him Christian values, to give him a place to sleep and that. She said, but the thing is, Father, she said, I ended up having sex with him. She had her evil way with him a few times because, you know, it was like Borden Keep. And my husband was at front line. So the priest said, well, you know, things like this went on in the war. It was hard times, people got up to all sorts. She said, well, can you forgive me my sins? I said, yeah, of course I can. And she burst out crying, apparently. She turned around and said to him, thing is, he's still in the attic, and she'd not told him World War II had finished. That's St Mariah's of Hindley. Then I've had one of Jack's mates, he was on the doorstep the other day, he said to me, would you have sex with me for £50,000? I said, 50,000? Yeah, of course I would. He said, we're about 20. I went, yeah. He said, 10,000? I went, yeah. 5,000? No, yeah, of course I would. He said, we're about 200 quid. I went, no problem. He said, what about a tenner? I said, I beg your pardon. He said, 10 quid. I said, what do you think I am? He said, well, we know what you are. We're just haggling the price now. And apparently, Jack was telling me, according to this priest, was telling me, that he met her from St Mariah's from Hindley, you know. He met her, Jack, my husband Jack, on the bus. He said, your husband was on the ground the other day. He said, looking particularly bedraggled, shirt tails hanging out. He said, obligatory bottle of gin sticking out the breast coat pocket. Stinking of Benson and Hedges. He said, reading a Daily Star. He said, he got on. He said, sat next to me. He said, so I had a chat with him. And Jack turned around and said, tell me, Father, what causes gout? And the priest told him, he said, well, it's wild living, wild women, long nights out and rich food. He said, how long have you suffered with it, Jack? And Jack said, well, I don't, but I've just read in the paper that the Pope does. I think that shut the bugger up. Right, I best go. I've got this little cabbage coming along now. I've got, again, you know what day it is, don't you? Oh, yeah, oxtail day today. So I've got to go and skim all the fat of an oxtail. That's lovely, just what I want to do. See you soon. Trot! Right, come on, let's get this door, for God's sake. That pissing bird again. Brambles, come here.
If you find a girl to love, only one girl to love, then she'll be